Greetings, greetings. My name is Alaenura, and it is the 20th of June, and it's the summer solstice. So I'm just here to wish you all a beautiful summer solstice, the longest day and the shortest night. So I'm here to share a message with you of well-being, of expansiveness, and posing those same questions. How beautiful do you dare to be? How expansive do you dare to be? How much of you do you dare to be? And it's very clear to me as I continue through life that we have all come here for a particular purpose, and how important it is to remember and to recollect who we are and why we are here. I often get cognitive memories of lifetimes before this, where my purpose was very clear and sometimes very stark. And living in this particular timeline in the world the way it is, the key thing is to be here now, and this is the key towards living, to be immortal. And if we really allow ourselves to be in the very present moment, not in the future, not in the past, then we are living immortally, because we're living in a state of eternalness and timelessness. And this is who we are on a spiritual level, and living as consciousness itself. We are timeless and eternal. And we're often reminded of our mind and our body, mind, consciousness. But the truth of the matter is that we are far more than just our mind and our body and the consequences of such. As we step into this time of the solstice, where we experience more light, more daylight than in any other time of the year, and how this reflects on who we are, the expansiveness, the vastness, the fullness of our light and our being, and how magical that is to live in that way, to remember that larger aspect, living large in this world, and really truly having the courage to be fearless in that expansion. And the truth is that if we allow ourselves to be in the now and to live in this very present moment, to live in an eternal, timeless way, then we truly do experience ourselves as being immortal. So there is no death, because we're not thinking about death, we're not thinking about the future, we're not thinking about the past. That pulls us into duality. So we really allow ourselves to be in the very present moment. And this is how we enable ourselves to practice living in an immortal way. And from this place, we can practice fearlessness, not having any fear, because we are just here now. We are life, experiencing life in each and every breath. We're not anchored into any emotion. We're not anchored into any story, any identity. We are just fully present, and we are able to expand into the fullness of life and the fullness of who we really are. And in the process of doing so, we are in a place of remembrance. We remember who we are, because there's enough space for us to receive the gift which is in the present and which resides within us. The wonderful elixirs, the wonderful codes, the wonderful messages that remind us of who we truly are in our full expansiveness, that allows us to feel a sense of well-being and a sense of gratitude and a sense of fullness and a sense of love and beauty and compassion and love. How beautiful do you dare to be? How passionate do you dare to be? How expanded do you dare to be? How much of you do you dare to be? Oh, wow. As we continue through life, we realize that the beloved resides within each and every one of us, within me and within you. And then we recollect and we know that to be true, and we also realize that there is no need to search for anything outside of you, because the key to the lock is within you, and you are the key and the lock and the doorway. It resides within you. There's nowhere else to go. And this is the secret. This is the secret codes, that the more we allow ourselves to be and to explore and to expand, the more we're able to know this to be true. There are some Canadian geese, and one just came really, really close. I'm in Hampstead by the Ladies' Pond, and it's a beautiful sanctuary here. It's just for women, and we have access to the pond, which is fresh water. It's a wonderful place to come and bathe and to connect with nature. I'm just feeling a great sense of well-being, and it's good to just be home, which is right inside of me, which is on this planet, wherever I happen to be, which is within the solar system, which is exactly where I need to be, which is within our galaxy, which is exactly where I am, which is within this universe, which is exactly where I am, in which we are all a part of. The vastness of life, the expanded version of reality is such. The expanded version of reality is the whole of the universe, which is where we reside. We reside in the universe, within our galaxy, within our solar system, within our planet, within our bodies. Through each portal, there is a stream of consciousness that links us from our body to the planet, from our planet to the solar system, from our solar system to our galaxy, from our galaxy to other galaxies, which create a constellation, a relationship of these incredible celestial bodies that create a matrix in itself of light information, which expands throughout the universe. And this is what we're part of. And I've always believed that human evolution isn't that we're going to grow bigger heads or more arms or legs or whatever. Human evolution will be a conscious evolution of consciousness, whereby we're really able to evolve beyond to 3D reality and expand into vaster realities and dimensional awareness. Our ancestors, if we look at all indigenous groups around the planet, they have spoken about the star people, they have spoken about beings with wings, and this has been depicted on temples and in symbology throughout the world. Why do they have wings? Is this a reference to our own divinity, to our own ability to travel, to journey through time and space? Are these images of beings that have visited this planet? Are these beings part of who we are? Did these beings help to create humanity as it is right now? I believe that to be true. I believe that forms of humans were already naturally occurring on this planet. So that makes us indigenous to this planet. And I also believe that we were seeded by other beings who came here and spliced their DNA with ours. And this explains the missing link during a period of human evolution, where all of a sudden we were able to stand upright. making sophisticated tools and creating all this technology, pyramids and information, alchemy, and there was this huge leap of consciousness. And this can only have happened with some sort of intervention. And scientists and biologists still don't understand exactly what happened. And there are areas of our history that are unaccountable for. History really only allows itself to go back a certain way. And beyond that period, people don't want to acknowledge that humanity was living in a very highly sophisticated way, and where we were sharing highly evolved information, which is actually the basis of ancient Egypt, the Incas, the Mayans, and many, many, many other cultures around the world where you see pyramids and sophisticated forms of alchemy and spirituality. How beautiful do you dare to be? How vast do you dare to be? How much of you do you dare to be? Woo! Yes. And I personally live my life as a being that is experiencing this human journey, which means that though I am in this body, and what that might suggest to you in terms of my colour, my race, my gender, my sexuality, or what I do, I don't live my life from that premise. I live my life from the purpose of the soul. And I believe, and I know to be true, that my soul has no colour, my soul has no gender, my soul has no roles, my soul has no agenda, just to be here and to observe and to experience and to expand and to express itself as a potentiality of awareness, a potential way of being and experiencing life. It is freedom time. We have moved into another quantum age of 26,000 years. And we are now creating a bridge into the new world. As we approached 2012, there was a lot of mindful awareness of moving into a new paradigm. We are in 2014, and there is a lot of filtering that is still happening in terms of duality and filtering through what we know to be constant and true and eternal. And we also remember who we are and who we are not. And through every moment, we are in a position of choice. So we can choose something else, something that will serve the highest aspiration of ourselves. So I ask you, how beautiful do you dare to be? How expanded do you dare to be? How much in this present moment do you dare to be? How naked do you dare to be? How much of you do you dare to be seen, heard and felt by another human being, and particularly by yourself? So, we were made in the image of God, Goddess consciousness. This supposed junk DNA is this aspect of ourselves that is divine, that has caused us to be in this long collective sleep or amnesia. The fact that we only use 5% of our brain is all part of the programming, the genetic programming that was done, so we would not know who we were. And this is the time for us to remember. And it is as simple as a switch. By acknowledging that there is a switch that flips us into this expanded awareness, this vaster reality, and then Our DNA and those other areas of our brain has no choice than to expand and to fill and to reactivate. We are very unique human beings living on this planet, because the truth is that we are indigenous of this planet, and we are also indigenous of the starry realms. So I ask you, how beautiful do you dare to be? How expanded do you dare to be? How unique do you dare to be? How much of the truth do you dare to live out and experience? How fearless do you dare to be in this knowing? I wish you a beautiful and auspicious solstice, a time of renewal and expansion, a time of deep remembrance, a time of anchoring the truth of who you really are, this incredible being of consciousness and light and love and expansion, this being that is indigenous to this beautiful blue-green planet and indigenous to the starry realms. As we expand beyond mortal confines, as we expand beyond the smallness of the mind-body consciousness into the vaster reality of who we are. I love you. My name is Alaenura. Be here now. Remember who you are. Remember your wings. Let them unfold. Let them unfold. Allow yourself to be wrapped by the divinity that resides within you. Let people see you in all your glory, in all your beauty, in all your human expression, in all your divinity, in all your sovereignty. Our sovereignty is that part of us that connects with this planet. It's our sovereign right to be here. It's our sovereign right to be fully expressed, not to make yourself smaller, not to be your job or the car you drive or whatever. Our true sovereignty is our own golden standard. You are your own standard. And the only way to discover what that is to go within. The gold resides within you. And our journey in life is a journey home within ourselves to that sovereign place where we know this to be true. This is our well-being. This is our sovereignty. This is our journey home. It's within us. And as so many religions have said, heaven resides within each and every one of us, within you, within me. There is nothing to be found outside of us. Temples and churches are just metaphors for the human body. You are your own temple. Your body is your temple. And within you is the altar. Within you is the inner sanctum. And upon that altar is the gift of you, the gift of God. Go there, sit there. Discover that. I wish you well. My name is Alaenura. Happy solstice. Namaste.